Hello everyone, welcome to Hangover Politics. My name is Joe Sias, and today I want to comment on some video I watched recently on Breitbart. This is all framed in this new scenario of sexual harassment in Hollywood and in the in the elite world, because they've been lecturing us for years, and I mean years, more than 15 or 20 years. They've been lecturing us about women, about how the men are privileged and how we treated them, treating them like we objectify them and we harass them and we humiliate them, and and the manspreading and the microaggressions and blah blah blah. They've been lecturing us for years. But when this shit happens on their field, they don't seem too much passionate to denounce it, to condemn it. When some when some pal, just like Al Franken, is the creep who does this kind of shit, and very serious shit, let me tell. They don't seem to care. So what they do is that they build this kind of network of friends, okay? This network of influences of rich people and media, so they could take the story out of focus. They make a misleading narrative, so the guys actually could really get away with that. We've been watching this for years and years and years, and this is happening one more time to Democrat Senator Al Franken, who is buddies with Bill Maher from the Bill Maher show. So I'm gonna play the video. Here we go. Let's see what Bill Maher says. Well, I'm gonna read this. Maher: Franken deserves condemnation, but he doesn't deserve to be lumped in with Moore or Trump. So he uses the story of his pal, of Al Franken, to talk about Trump. Let's see what he says.
And then Al Franken came along yesterday, right? Very disturbing. I was so shaken, I called Bill Cosby to see if he had anything that could calm me down.
So funny. So funny, Bill.
As I'm sure you know by now, when Al was on the USO tour in Iraq in 2006 with Leanne Tweeden, he released a picture where he's mock groping her while she's sleeping.
Mock groping.
Cool. And then he wrote
so
a
that's a
sketch
new thing,
where they were kissing as a pretext to actually force a kiss on her. This is what she says. So Al's a friend, but Al, I got to tell you, if you write a comedy sketch where you, Al Franken, kiss a model and the next line of dialogue isn't "get off of me, creepy," it's not comedy, it's science fiction. So he did.
So funny. It is so funny. I find kind of disturbing the lack of empathy, because Leanne, what's her name? Leanne Tweeden is a TV personality, and I think he would appreciate in this difficult moments some support from her colleagues. Sorry. And this guy just jokes around, and he makes this story laughable. It's not laughable at all. This woman, this brave woman, must be having a hard time right now. He's pointing out to a very powerful guy, and I don't think he's having a great time. So you can build some empathy here, Bill, and not joke around with this subject. But this is just a little observation. Let's see what else he says.
He did a bad thing, and the condemnation has been universal, which he deserves. What he doesn't deserve is to be lumped in with Roy Moore, or Kevin Spacey, or Harvey Weinstein.
There you go. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Or Donald Trump.
There you go. There you go.
Donald Trump calls his...
Have you seen how little the condemnation lasts? The guy deserves condemnation. He deserves it. But blah 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 blah. What's that? 2 seconds? 2 seconds? When he jumps to another subject, 2 seconds. That's your condemnation. Just joking, a little condemnation, and just pointing out to Donald Trump. Then the misleading. That's all he had to say about it. All right. Let's see what this piece of shit had to say.
Accusers, liars, threatened to sue them, did long riffs at his rallies. We would say that they were too ugly for him to assault. Plus, with Al Franken, we're talking about one incident. Trump has 16 accusers. Roy Moore has 9.
Yeah,
Royce
one
Moore spent more
proven
time chatting up young girls at the
incident.
mall than Santa Claus.
One proven incident. Bill, that's the difference.
How about another Me Too campaign where it's, I can tell two unlike things apart. Me too. I know the difference between a man who once acted like a dick and a man who is a dick. Me too.
All right. So, let me tell you, how about some proof of those allegations? Because you cannot compare a proven fact, which there's a picture, I don't know if you guys know this, there's a picture of Al Franken grabbing her boobs, grabbing her breast while she's sleeping. So that's a proof, that's a graphical proof. You cannot compare a proven fact to some allegations. So why aren't you not, of course they're not in the same sack. One's a creep, the other's innocent. Trump's innocent until you prove that he's guilty. That's how justice works in the Western world, Bill, in case you don't know, you piece of shit.
What's the difference between someone who behaved like a high schooler and someone who targeted high schoolers? Me too.
Alright, just fuck this guy. Okay, you see what's going on here? The guy is looking for the easy applause of the audience, okay? And he's knowingly comparing a proven fact that Leanne brought a history, a background history, some witnesses, and some graphical proof, the picture. And he's comparing it to some allegations without any type of backup. 16 allegations, okay, but a lie is a very easy thing to build. Right? I'm gonna tell a lie. Hey, Bill, I love your show. That's a lie. You know, they could be liars, of course. And if they're liars, Donald Trump should be calling them liars, and should be suing them if that's a lie. That's his duty as a citizen, because we have an honor. And if someone falsely accuses you as a sexual offender, you should sue his ass off, of course. Now, but let me tell you something, and now this is the big elephant in the room. If the allegations count without any kind of proof, why didn't the name Bill Clinton come up? Right? Bill Clinton also have a huge load of allegations. None of them proved, but he had a huge load of allegations from people. Even He even was in this relationship with this pedophile with how's it called, Jeffrey Epstein or whatever is pronounced. I don't know. Does it count too? Why didn't you bring that up? You had to bring Donald Trump because that's your opposition, because that's the bad guy, because every time there's something wrong in this world, the name Donald Trump has to come up. Well, you know what happens? It happens that all the stories that people have told about Donald Trump, thanks to the media, have been proven to be fake. The reason I can come up with one, which was the Peacegate one. I don't know what, the CNN came up with some story about Donald Trump and two Russian hookers, and they peed on them or whatever, and it was a fucking 4chan joke. So how are we gonna believe this shit? You have nothing. You have to made up the stories. You have nothing about this guy. So now, because he's Donald Trump, only with allegations, just with allegations, now we have to, it's enough to prove this guy guilty of anything? Come on, dude, this is the Western world. You have to prove things. And Leanne Tweeden proved that your buddy, Al Franken, is a fucking creep. Alright, I think that's it. Thanks for watching and see ya.